calves depend on their mothers for milk, and their herd for protection and learning. They cannot let a swift-moving current separate them from the herd. Melting snow waters the landscape and swells the rivers, nurturing birds and waterfowl. A heron fishes in the river. Hayden Valley nestles within a forested caldera, the mouth of the ancient volcano. The dormant volcano, now a hot spot beneath the Earth's crust, rises in geysers, steam vents called fumaroles, and hot springs. The volcanic soil nourishes plants that feed deer, bison, and elk. Elk rut, or mate, before the winter. Not far south of Hayden Valley lies Pelican Valley, territory of another pack, the Molly's Pack. The Molly's Pack are big-boned wolves and numerous. It's a large pack. When he finds the pack with a kill, he takes over. Now that wolves are back in Yellowstone, bears routinely steal wolf kills. Even 14 wolves can't hold their ground against a mature grizzly bear. Winter is the only season when the wolves get a break from the bears. It's also the season when the Yellowstone Wolf Project puts radio collars on wolves. White wolf's mate, gray male, runs, as if for his life. Biologists collar about 30% of each Yellowstone pack. Their work has produced more than 20 years of original wolf research. The researchers collared White Wolf. She's now number 540. The Hayden pack has made it through to January. In addition to White Wolf and Gray Male, the pack includes a yearling and 2 pups, both female. Biologists identify a group of wolves as a pack once they have a breeding pair, which researchers sometimes call an alpha pair, and at least 1 pup surviving to December. Hayden Valley's high elevation contributes to the heavy snowfall and violent winters that drive the elk and many bison out. When snow piles up at Hayden Valley, elk herds migrate to Yellowstone's milder northern range, leaving behind the most formidable prey, bison. The pack returns to feed on the bison they've killed. Generally, there's no pecking order at a carcass. When adults kill, everybody in the pack eats. Wolves have evolved to live in packs. Weighing up to 2,000 pounds, a bison can get mired in the valley's heavy snows. Giving wolves the edge in the hunt. But this fox is in her element, like the wolves. Foxes and coyotes feed primarily on rodents, prey too small to sustain the much larger wolf. For a little fox, it's a nice-sized meal. Hayden Valley offers some unlikely winter habitats. The Yellowstone River, warmed by thermal springs, remains open, providing water for this trumpeter swan to winter over. By April, elk begin migrating into Hayden Valley from lower elevations. gray male is on a hunt. He's positioning himself to make an attack on an elk's throat, a typical maneuver for a large male wolf. He gets ahead of the cow, who is waiting. His 2-year-old daughter doesn't have the heft or jaw strength to crush the esophagus, as a larger wolf would. Unlike cougars, wolves' jaws and teeth cannot deliver one clean, killing bite. Rather, wolves repeatedly bite and mash tissue, exhausting both prey and hunter. But that's no help to this cow. Gray male finishes the killing, but then leaves the carcass. Like many prime hunters, he's so winded that he must rest before eating. They will return to feed on the carcass later. The 2-year-old rolls in the snow to clean off. Her father uses the grass. This 2-year-old seems to be taking after her mom. Her fur is starting to whiten at her ruff. Even the sight of her father stimulates submission in his daughter. Flattened ears, slitted eyes, and a low tail. She approaches at an angle. Anything less would be rude. The younger wolf averts her face as she nears. She greets him with postures reminiscent of puppyhood, licking him as she once did to ask for food. The wolves must swim to the carcass. The wide Yellowstone River splits the Hayden Pack's territory in two, so these wolves often must swim to get from one place to another. Mountainous terrain and river drainages influence the pack's movements and hunting patterns, but their territory also depends on available prey. She swims strongly, showing the resilience of wolves. They have only themselves, their strength and vitality, to depend on for survival. A pack must have a territory that supplies enough food for their pack size. For the Haydens, the river is a minor obstacle. Both sides have ample supplies of elk when the valley is snow-free,